Burlington Public Library presents Puppet Theater, featuring Miss Kum Kum and Miss Tammy. Today's story, Town Mouse and Country Mouse. We would like to acknowledge that Burlington Public Library is located on the ancestral and treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation of the Anishinaabe peoples. And we would like to express our gratitude as they continue to share their ancestral lands with us. Our story begins on a humble farm in the countryside. Country Mouse lived in a hollow at the root of an old oak tree. Each and every morning she would wake up, stretch her little paws, and head out into the field.
Wow, what a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. It's a perfect day for me to do my chores.
Country Mouse ate her breakfast, tidied her little home, and scurried off into the woods.
Off I go to gather some food from the woods. I wonder what I'll find today. Will I find some berries? Or maybe I'll find some acorns. Delicious.
Even though it was hard work, Country Mouse didn't mind. She was used to foraging for food.
Oh, look! Blueberries! My favorite! I'll make sure to get as many as I can carry.
Shortly, Country Mouse had her arms full of blueberries.
Wait, what's that over there? Acorns? It sure is my lucky day. I'll have to make sure I pick as many as I can carry.
Soon after, Country Mouse had her arms full of blueberries and carried a pile of acorns on top.
If I'm going to make it home with all these goodies, I'll have to take a shortcut through the farmer's field. Wait, what's that? Is that an ear of corn on the ground? I simply have to pick it up.
Country Mouse had her arms full of blueberries, a pile of acorns, and she balanced an ear of corn on top.
Steady, steady. Oh no, are those seeds on the ground? Wow, they would make for such a nice, tasty treat. I simply must have them.
Country Mouse very carefully gathered a few seeds and placed them on top of her pile of goodies, but it was too much to carry, and it all came tumbling down.
Oh no! I guess I need bigger arms. Well, I can still carry these home. I'll just have to do a couple of trips.
After traveling back and forth from her house, Country Mouse finally had brought all of her food home. She made herself some dinner and then went straight to bed. The next morning, Country Mouse woke up and looked out over the countryside. After doing chores all day, every day, she decided to take a break from all of her hard work.
Whew. I sure do wish I had some company here. It's been so long since I've seen anyone. I know. I'll invite my cousin Town Mouse out for a visit.
That day, Country Mouse sent a letter to her cousin Town Mouse, inviting him to come and visit her. On the day her cousin was due to arrive, Country Mouse had cleaned her home from top to bottom. She had just finished placing some flowers on the table when she stood back and breathed a sigh of relief.
Whew! I don't think my house has ever looked any better.
Suddenly, she heard a knock at the door.
Knock, 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 knock.
Who is it?
Who else could it be? It's your cousin Town Mouse here to see you.
In walked Town Mouse. He wore a top hat and had a little bow tie.
Oh, cousin, it's so good to see you. I hope you had a good journey.
It was so far. Do you know your house is practically in the middle of nowhere?
Why, yes. I hardly ever get to see anyone out here. But it's my home, and I'm happy here.
Goodness me, what a tiny place you have. My house is much bigger than this.
Oh, my house may be small, but it's cozy enough for me. You must be hungry after such a long journey. I've made you something very special.
Country Mouse brought out her famous blueberry and acorn pie. She had been baking for hours, but Town Mouse turned his nose up at the delicious dessert.
Why, you've barely eaten anything. Aren't you hungry?
Well, I just suppose I'm used to much finer fare than this. I'm used to eating gourmet food back home.
Oh, I'm sorry it's not to your liking. I eat berries, nuts, seeds, and whatever else I can find from the farmer's field and the forest. I guess I've gotten used to it. In fact, I find it quite tasty.
Well, that's all very well and good, cousin. But tell me, what do you do for excitement round here?
I've got a whole day planned out for tomorrow. Just wait until then.
And so Town Mouse and Country Mouse went to sleep for the evening. The next morning, the two mice woke up at the break of dawn and went outside.
I thought I would show you some of the animals the farmer keeps.
That sounds like it could be fun. Let's go.
Country Mouse and Town Mouse went off to the barn when they came across a cow grazing in the field.
Oh, is that all it does? It's just standing there eating grass.
Well, maybe you'd like to see the pig instead.
Off they went to the pigsty, where they saw a pig eating some corn.
Seriously? Doesn't it do any tricks? It's not moving at all. These animals are dull and boring.
Well, I guess they're not too exciting, but I like them. I like how calm they are. If you're looking for excitement, maybe we can go on the farmer's wagon.
Sure, that sounds like fun.
Great. All we have to do is hop up on the wagon, ride in the hay bales, and we'll be ready to go.
Hey, oh no, I definitely couldn't do that then. I am allergic to hay. It'll make me sneeze and sniffle all day.
Well, we definitely wouldn't want that.
Plus, that wagon looks pretty old. It would be much too bumpy for my taste.
Well, how about I take you into the forest and we can pick some berries? Maybe there's a berry you like?
Well, I do like an occasional strawberry.
Ooh, I think there's a strawberry patch just beyond those trees. We'll have to climb up and pick them off the plant, and then we have to carry them all the way back home.
Oh, no. That sounds like too much trouble. I didn't come all this way here to work. I wanted to have some excitement. Your country life is too dull and boring. You should come and visit me in town, and I will show you how exciting life can be.
Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to travel into town and see what all the fuss is about.
I promise you will have the time of your life.
And so the mice returned home so Country Mouse could pack a suitcase for the journey. The next morning, Town Mouse and Country Mouse set off together. After a long journey, they finally made it into town.
Oh, this is it. We're finally back home. I've missed this town with all its tall buildings and busy people.
Oh my, I've never heard so much noise in my life. Is it always this loud?
Most of the time, you have to keep up. We don't want to get trampled in the streets.
The mice darted through the streets, dodging carts, buggies, and stamping feet.
This place is just too busy. I'm already exhausted.
Oh, we're not far from my home. You'll feel better when you've had something to eat. Come along. You're about to experience what real gourmet dining is like.
Country Mouse followed Town Mouse to a tall white house in the middle of a busy street. They ran inside through a tiny little hole beside the big wooden doors at the entrance. Once inside, Town Mouse took his cousin on a tour of every room in the house.
This is the living room. Notice the fluffy carpet down below?
Ooh, so fluffy.
And this is the bedroom. You see those fancy drapes on the window?
So fancy.
Now let me show you the best room of all, the dining room.
Town Mouse led Country Mouse into the dining room where there was a large plate of food on the table. There were half-eaten buns, leftover potatoes, and a turkey leg sitting right out in the open.
Oh, wow! This food looks delicious. Is it all for us?
It sure is, as long as we're quick enough.
Quick enough? What do you mean quick enough?
Before Country Mouse could take her first bite, they heard something coming into the room.
We have to get out of here. Help me carry all this food.
Wait! I don't think we'll be able to carry all of it at once. Trust me. We should only take what we can carry without dropping any of it. Why don't you take the bun and I'll take the potato?
Okay, let's go.
The mice took their food and ducked into a hole in the wall. Before they could eat a single bite, Town Mouse had an idea.
This food is great, but it would be perfect if we could get some turkey leg.
Are you sure? What if we get caught?
I think we can be quick enough.
The mice went into the middle of the room to collect their food when all of a sudden they heard a loud meow.
Meow! Oh no, it's the cat.
They turned to run away, but just as they did, they heard a loud woof.
Woof!
Oh no, that dog too?
They darted as quickly as they could, trying to avoid both the cat and the dog in the dining room.
Eek, the cat!
Ah! The dog!
The cat!
The dog!
The cat!
The dog!
What do we do?
Scatter!
Both Town Mouse and Country Mouse scattered around the room. The cat swiped at Town Mouse and the dog pawed at Country Mouse. And just when it looked like they were going to get caught, Town Mouse grabbed his cousin and pulled her into the hole in the wall just in the nick of time.
Wow, that was exciting, wasn't it? Don't you agree that town life is so much better than country life?
The country life might be dull and boring to you, but I would much prefer the peace and quiet to what we just experienced in that room. That was much too scary.
I see. I guess I prefer life to be exciting and busy.
And I prefer life to be calm and relaxing.
And so Country Mouse said goodbye to her cousin, and with the flick of her tail, she was out the door on her way home. That day, both Town Mouse and Country Mouse learned that town or country, east or west, the home you love is the home that's best.